Hey everyone, my name is Dustin Hyde. I'm the co-director of Lake City Basketball along with Chris Terrace. Welcome to the site and glad you guys are here. Just want to tell you a little bit about our program. So Lake City Basketball is located out of Penticton, British Columbia and is designed specifically to provide basketball programming to youth in the South Okanagan. So Chris Terrace and I got together a number of years ago. We're really keen on developing a program that would really provide opportunity for youth to develop their skills, provide opportunity for them to become passionate about basketball, play competitively, and just really grow to love the sport. So we did just that. It's been a big undertaking, but we're thrilled with the number of athletes that are continuing to be involved in our program year after year, from club basketball programs to basketball camps, individual training sessions, and seminars. We're just excited with the growth, and we hope that people in Penticton and the South Okanagan continue to fall in love with basketball and stay involved with Lake City Basketball. So welcome. So my first formal coaching gig came in 2007 when I got hired by School District 67 to work at Penticton Secondary School. And the athletic director at the time essentially said, "Hey, do you want to take the Penn High senior boys?" And that was a tremendous opportunity and a great time for me to really try to invest in my own coaching development. So I coached the senior boys for 5 years at Penticton Secondary School. I've been at that school ever since and still here today. And since then, I've done grade 9 girls, grade 10 girls, and senior girls. Also have coached a variety of summer camps, spring break camps, development camps. Been doing club teams for the last little while, coaching, grade 9 boys, grade 10 boys. And I've really just been going hard at it ever since I started it. And it's something that I'm absolutely loving and really passionate about, and just keep looking forward to providing the opportunity to work with kids and help develop the basketball programs in our community. Without question, the number one reason why I've always wanted to become a coach is just to pay it forward. I had some incredible coaches that invested an absurd amount of time developing me individually and working with teams that I've been a part of over the years. And as a coach now, and looking back and reflecting, I'm a dad with a young family, and the amount of time that those coaches put into us, as I'd mentioned, and the time that I'm putting into my athletes that I'm working with now, is something that is just incredibly rewarding. Is the development of those lifelong relationships that you forge with these athletes, and just really encouraging them to pursue greatness and excellence, and really teaching them the ways of commitment and dedication, because that's ultimately what it takes if you want to be a next level athlete. Is just committing everything you got to the craft and for the love of the game, and to become a better athlete. So that's something that I really love about basketball, is forming those relationships and just giving back as much as I can, so that I can help people pursue their path and hopefully reach some of their goals. I think one of the neatest things for me working at the high school level with respect to basketball is having the opportunity to work with athletes who really decide to commit themselves to their sport and to pursue excellence. That for me has been the greatest highlight, and one of the things I love about working at the high school level is generally around the end of grade 9, perhaps the end of grade 10, that we start to see athletes making the decision as to whether or not they really want to pursue their sport and dedicate themselves to becoming excellent. And that's a huge sacrifice, and that's a big commitment. But when that commitment and that sacrifice is made and kind of etched in stone in terms of a long-term goal, being a part of that journey is really special. So I've had the very wonderful privilege of working with some athletes over the years that have dedicated themselves to just mastering their sport. And that is something that is really incredible, to see a kid wake up every single morning and grind it out, doing all sorts of different drills and lifting weights and starting to think consciously about what they're eating, and reading about sports psychology and how to become mentally tough and managing the academics, and just being a part of that and encouraging them and providing perspective. That to me is something that's really special about working with high school athletes. In terms of Lake City basketball, for me at this point, the ultimate highlight has just been the sheer number of athletes that we've been able to provide programming for in the South Okanagan. When Chris and I met a number of years ago to discuss, developing a club program, we were hoping for maybe a couple of teams and, maybe 30 athletes to come out, and we'd be able to provide some club programming for them. And we were blown away in our first year of operation. I think we had about 100 students, 100 athletes come out and try out for our club program. And it was kind of at the end of that season that we reflected and thought, this is something that's pretty special, and we really want to provide an opportunity to bring coaches together and just provide a really great, wonderful opportunity for athletes in the South Okanagan to compete and to become better basketball players. And it's something that we didn't really have in the South Okanagan. Certainly in different parts of the province, in the North Okanagan, Kelowna, Vernon have some fantastic basketball programming happening up there. But up until Lake City a number of years ago, Penticton was essentially running club programs on a coach-by-coach basis. We were all working in silos and kind of working with our own individual teams and athletes at the time. And Chris and I, just came to the realization that perhaps a broader program would be a better approach to providing some competitive programming for athletes. So for sure, the highlight has been just how popular Lake City basketball has become, and that's a testament to the fact that there are families and athletes in our community that really love basketball, and we're thrilled to be able to provide some programming for them. If I had one piece of advice to give to athletes looking to move on to the next level with respect to basketball or any sport for that matter, it would be that you need to work harder. In all likelihood, you probably aren't working hard enough. The pursuit of post-secondary sports and the pursuit of excellence in sports is a huge commitment and a huge sacrifice. It requires you to get up incredibly early every single day and train on your sport. So in this case here, basketball, doing drills, competing, physical fitness, getting stronger and more athletic, health and nutrition, eating well and fueling your body with the best sources of food that you possibly can to become, again, just as athletic and fit as you possibly can, a commitment to being mentally tough and understanding sports psychology, and also just managing the academics. All of those things add up together is a huge sacrifice and a big commitment. And if you're serious about moving on and you really love your sport, you'll do those things and you'll commit to them, and the results will be incredible. And I would say that that type of commitment and that type of sacrifice is going to set you up for success in anything that you do in life, whether or not you make it in your sport or you go out to find yourself a job later in life. That hard-working mentality is something that I believe is incredibly important. So that would be my biggest piece of advice, is get out there and work your tail off. So outside of Lake City basketball, some passions of mine. I'm a father of three, love family life, and that keeps me incredibly busy. Some of you probably seen my kids in gyms across the Okanagan, across the province. I generally have 1, 2, or 3 kids with me in a gym, so family is incredibly important to me. I'm a huge health, nutrition, fitness nut. I commit myself to daily exercise and always do my best to eat well and just do the best that I can to take care of my body. And lately, something I've been really passionate about is just self-improvement books. Been reading a whole bunch of these awesome books that are really transformative and provide all sorts of different strategies and tips on how to become a better person, how to change up your eating habits, health routines, etc. So those are some things that I enjoy outside of the world of basketball. I just want to take a moment and thank everybody if you happen to watch this video, and just encourage you to pursue your dreams and your hopes around the world of basketball. And I'm sure we'll see you in the gym sometime.